Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
So we are discussing the particular integral methods to find the particular integral. The first method was general method. We have discussed A, that is general method. Then second, now we are discussing shortcut. Okay, shortcut to find the particular integral. So in that we have discussed the first, when the right hand side function f of x is e to the power ax, then we have a shortcut. If f of x is sin ax or cos ax, then we have a shortcut. If f of x is hyperbolic function, hyperbolic sin ax or hyperbolic cos ax, then we have a shortcut. If f of x is a polynomial function of the form x raised to m, then we have a shortcut. If f of x is a combination or composite function of the form e to the power ax into v, where v is a function from these, then we have a shortcut, isn't it? The last one, not last, second last, when f of x is the product or the composite function of the form x into v, then we have a shortcut. And the last one is when f of x is x raised to m into sin ax or x raised to m into cos ax, then we have a shortcut. Okay, so let's have one example on this.
So your mic is mute.
Oh, sorry. So this is as the given differential equation in d by dx form. Let us now introduce an operator capital D, where D is derivative with respect to x. So when we substitute the capital D into this, then the given differential equation becomes d cube minus 7d minus 6 times y is equal to e to the power 2x into 1 plus x square. Okay, so what is the its solution? Its complete solution is the combination of complementary function and particular integral, right? What is complementary function? To find CF. To find CF, what we do? We consider the homogeneous differential equation. Let me write here. Homogeneous differential equation is d cube minus 7d minus 6 times y equal to, yes, it's equals to 0. The right hand side we have to consider to be 0 to find the complementary function. Actually, complementary function is the solution of homogeneous differential equation. So we are considering the homogeneous differential equation first. So its auxiliary equation is d cube minus 7d minus 6 is equal to 0. So what are the roots of this auxiliary equation? Find the roots. Everyone, find the roots of this auxiliary equation. As the order is 3 roots must be there. So how do we find? We use the synthetic division method, isn't it? So let me write in standard form, that is d cube minus 0 or plus 0 d square minus 7d minus 6 is equal to 0. It is now in standard form. So if I add all those coefficients, 1 plus 0, 1, minus 7, minus 6, minus 6. So which is not 0, therefore 1 is not root. Now let us see the alternate coefficient, sum of alternate coefficient. Are they equal? 1 minus 7 minus 6, 0 minus 6 minus 6. So yes. So sum of alternate coefficients are equal. Therefore we can say minus 1 is root, right? This is already we have discussed. So let us now write the coefficients here, 1, 0, minus 1, minus 6 and minus 1 here. So we all know the synthetic division method. We carry the first number as it is, then multiplication of these two, addition of these two, multiplication, addition, and oh, something is wrong, right? Here it must be
minus 7.
7. Yes, minus 7. Right, so this is minus 6, this is plus 6, and therefore addition is 0. Okay, so I can write this d cube minus 7d minus 6 in the factor form, like d plus 1 into 1 into d square minus 1 into d minus 6 is equal to 0. You can now get the roots, that is from this d equal to minus 1, and from this what are the roots? 3 and 2 are the numbers, minus 3 and plus 2, right? So minus 2 and plus 3, na? Check. Is it correct? Minus 1, minus 2, 3. Hello. So these roots are real and distinct, therefore the complementary function is c1 e to the power minus x plus c2 e to the power minus 2x plus c3 e to the power 3x. Is this clear to everyone? The roots and complementary function. Hello, hello, mic check. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the particular integral pi equals to 1 upon phi of d into f of x. At f of x is the right hand side. What is phi of d here? Phi of d is d cube minus 7d minus 6 into f of x. What is f of x? E to the power 2x, no? Is it? Into 1 plus x square. Please check. Okay. So that is now, let me write that phi of d into its factored form. So I can write it as a d plus 1, then d plus 2 and d minus 3. From the roots I can write. Please ask if any doubt. Okay, so what this case says, e to the power ax into v says, write this exponential function outside the operator first. Okay, so when we write it outside the operator, e to the power 2x, then there will be a change in operator. What that change? D will be replaced by Yes, they will be replaced by d plus a. What is a? A is 2. Okay, so I'm writing now. I'm replacing d by d plus a. So d plus 2 plus 1. Then here also d plus 2 plus 2. And here also d plus 2 minus 3. Is this point clear to everyone? Hello? Square. Now simplify e to the power 2x. Now don't involve this exponential function inside now. So that is d plus 3, d plus 4 into d minus 1. 1 plus x square. Now you will have to multiply these three factors e to the power 2x into 1 upon, just do the multiplication, how much it is? D square plus 4d plus 3d 7d plus 12. D square plus 7d plus 12 times d minus 1 into 1 plus x square. So that is e to the power 2x into 1 upon d cube, and d cube plus 7d square plus 12d minus d square minus 7d minus 12 operator on 1 plus x square. Please check the calculations. That is equal to e to the power 2x 1 upon d cube 7d square minus d square plus 6d square 12d minus 7d plus 5d and minus 12 operator on 1 plus x square. यहाँ तक क्लियर है सबको? Hello? Is there any doubt up to the last step?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So therefore, now to proceed with the polynomial function, as this is of the form 1 upon phi of d into x to the power m kind of function, polynomial function, right? So we have to use the fourth case of shortcut. What it says, we have to expand this 1 upon phi of d using those expansion formulas. But to use the expansion formulae, we should have of the form 1 upon 1 plus p or 1 upon 1 minus p, that 1 upon phi of d. But that is not of that form. So let us now get that form e to the power 2x, and by taking minus 12 common from the denominator, I'm taking minus 12 common. So what will be inside? This will be plus here, so that I'm writing here 1 minus d cube plus 6d square plus 5d upon 12, and that is operated on 1 plus x square. Is this okay? Just a minute. Just proceed with these calculations. So this is now of the form 1 upon 1 minus p, right? 1 upon 1 minus p, and we know the expansion of 1 upon 1 minus p kya hota hai? It is 1 plus p square plus and so on. Okay, so let us now expand. So 1 minus e to the power 2x upon 12 into 1 plus p, where p is this one, that is d cube plus 6d square plus 5d upon 12. This is our p, the whole p, plus p square, that is d cube plus 6d square plus 5d upon 12 square, plus and so on, and that is operated on 1 plus x square. Now let us consider the non-zero terms from this infinite expansion. So minus e to the power 2x upon 12. What are the non-zero terms? 1 plus d cube is zero term, right? Because d cube operated on 1 plus x square will be 0. Is this clear? Hello? Is this clear to everyone that third derivative of 1 plus x square is 0? Similarly, further all derivatives of this will be 0. So d cube and further all derivatives will be neglected. Hello? People are not replying immediately. I don't know why. If you have a doubt, you can ask. So d cube is zero term. D square is non-zero term. So I'm writing here 6 by 12 d square. Okay. Then 5d, 5 by 12 d plus. What is non-zero term from this expansion? Can you tell me? That is, the square of this will be neglected, square of this is neglected, square of this, that is 5 by 12, 5 square, that is 25 by 144 d square, and I think that is only the term, non-zero term, and there will not be any term, non-zero term in further. You just check, okay? And now minus e to the power 2x upon 12 multiply by 1 plus x square inside, so 1 plus x square plus 6 by 12 into d square of 1 plus x square. How much it is? What is d square of 1 plus x square? It is 2, no? Plus 5 by 12, d of 1 plus x square is 2x. And plus 25 by 144 into 2. And that is your, you just simplify this last step, add this constant term and add, okay, that will be your final answer. That is a particular integral. Is this clear to everyone? Hello? Just check the calculations. Such questions will be definitely there in the final examination. Who have asked me this question? Hello?
Sir, Jay.
Okay, so is this clear, Jay, now? With this method?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Okay.
sir, I am asking about the last question you took, like which was d square minus 4d plus 3
Okay, just a
into
minute,
y
just a
is
minute. Let
equals
me
to
write. Let me write. D square minus
minus 4d plus 3
4d plus 3 times y
in
equals to
bracket y equals to x square into e to the power 26. And the answer you told is minus e to the power 26 into x cube plus 6x. So I'm not getting that answer. That's why I asked.
So let us find here. Pi is equals to 1 upon phi of d, that is d square minus 4d plus 3 times x square e to the power 2x. Right? So what the case is, write exponential function outside the operator. First of all, let us write this phi of d in terms of factor so that it will be easy for simplification. So what are the factors here?
1 and 3 are the factors.
1 and 3, right? So d minus 1, d minus 3, na?
Yes.
X square e to the power 2x. So what this case is, write this exponential function outside the operator. So when we write, there will be a change in d. D will be replaced by d plus a. This d will be replaced by d plus a. So d a is 2, right? So d plus 2 minus 1, and here d plus 2 minus 3 operated on x square. That is equals to e to the power 2x 1 upon. Now don't involve this exponential function inside, okay? That is outside the operator now. And here it will be d plus 1 into d minus 1. That is equals to e to the power 2x 1 upon d square minus 1. Right? X square. Is this okay, Jay?
Yes, sir.
So we want that 1 upon phi of d in the form 1 upon 1 minus p. So let us take minus 1 common. So that will be e minus e to the power 2x into 1 upon 1 minus d square of the form 1 upon 1 minus p. And now expand. So what the expansion is? 1 plus p square, that is d square square, that is d raised to 4, and hence neglected. Is it okay? D raised to 4
Yes,
and
right.
further all terms will be neglected. So that is equals to, when we multiply by x square inside, e to the power 2x 1 into x square plus d square of x square. What is d square of x square? It is 2, no? And that is your final answer.
Right. Yes, sir. I'm getting the same answer. But the thing is, in the last lecture, you told the answer minus e to the power twice x into x cube plus 6x.
Okay, x cube. So
That's
that,
why I'm confused.
okay, oh, that may be the wrong. Hmm? Okay, just a minute. आई होप कि किसी को अभी डाउट नहीं इसमें. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. Now case number 6. When f of x is x into v. So this is a special case when power of x is 1. Here power of x must be 1. If it is not, then we cannot use this case. Okay, so what this case says, pi is equals to 1 upon phi of d into f of x. Sorry, so 1 upon phi of d and f of x is x into v. So what we do, it is equals to x minus, see carefully, x minus derivative of phi, that is phi dash of d upon phi of d, the whole into 1 upon phi of d operated on v. This is the method, this is the formula. Clear? So we will proceed with this first and then we multiply by inside. So here the first thing is that remark or note. First note is power of x must be 1. And second is this 1 upon phi of d operator on v should not be the case of failure. If it is case of failure, then we cannot use this case. Is this clear to everyone about the case number 6? Hello? 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 Am I audible? I think I'm not audible. हेलो, अरे सो गए क्या सब लोग?
Hey, sir.
Is there any doubt? Hello? Come on, everyone. Let me now ask. Everyone, please do on your camera. Everyone. Everyone. Switch on your camera. Okay, let me switch first of all myself. Yeah. Everyone. Hello, Jay, Nishika, Prashanti, Anubhav, everyone. Put your cameras on. Okay, only Chaitanya Sononi.
Convert the inverse operator in the form 1 plus p or 1 minus p, and then we expand.
But that is not all the time. If v is sine function, then is it necessary to convert? If v is
No.
if v is polynomial function, then only we need to convert that 1 upon phi of d in the form of 1 upon 1 plus p or 1 upon 1.
Yes,
If
sir.
v is sine, then we directly replace d square by minus a square, right?
Yes, sir. We'll work it accordingly.
Accordingly. Good. Okay, thank you everyone. You can switch off you now, your cameras. Let me proceed with the next. I hope the screen is visible. This is the last formula we have discussed, that is when fx is x into v, then the particular integral is 1 upon phi of d into f of x, where f of x is x into v. So in this case, the formula is x minus phi dash, where phi dash is derivative, phi dash of d upon phi of d, that is operated on 1 upon phi of d into v. So to use this case, power of x must be 1 and 1 upon phi of d into v should not be the case of failure.
काय वरती बरोबर होतं ते आपण 8.32 वगैरे पकडलं नाही का 0.32 तुम्ही 8 पकडलं का त्याला त्याचं ते पॉइंट 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 पकडून सुद्धा आहे ना एका मार्क वाढतो.
ओके,
मग ते एक्झॅक्ट तुम्ही पकडा.
तेवढंच पकड.
नाही नाही आपण 8.32 8 पकडलंय असं काही.
नाही, जस्ट मिनिट, जस्ट.
कम्प्युटरमध्ये बरोबर.
Sorry. Okay, so let us have one example, one question. Write down. The question is when fx is x into v, na? X into v case. X into v, x into v. Okay, you can take this question. Solve. Solve d2y by dx square plus 4y is equal to x sin x. X sin x. So find the complementary function first.
So will you please scroll a bit upwards?
Upward. Okay.
Done, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so if we check the right hand side here, the right hand side is x into v form, right? X into sin x. So that is power of x is 1. And if we check 1 upon 5 of d into v, that will not be the case of failure, I think, I guess. You can check. So what is the complementary function here? The roots are plus minus 2i, right? Plus minus 2i, complex roots. So the complementary function is c1 cos 2x plus c2 sin 2x. Please check. Okay, now particular integral pi equals to 1 upon phi of d. What is phi of d? D square plus 4 into f of x, that is x into sin x. That is of the form x into v. So what we do? We use the formula. Case number 6 says that is equal to x minus phi dash. What is phi dash? 2d, right? Phi ka derivative with respect to d. That is 2d upon phi d square plus 4 the whole into 1 upon phi of d, that is d square plus 4, and that is operated on v, which is sin x. So first of all, solve this bracket. X minus 2d upon d square plus 4 into what we do for sine? What is the case for sine? Because this is of the form 1 upon phi of d into sine ax, na? So what the case, sine case is? Komal Borse, Komal. Hello. Okay, Kalyani.
Sir, can I?
Yes, please.
Sir, replace d square by minus 2a square.
Here,
Minus a square. Yeah.
replace this d square by minus a square. And what is a here? Sin ax. So a is 1. 1 upon minus 1 plus 4 sin x. Here I am replacing d square by minus 1. So that is equals to ये क्या हो जाएगा? This is 1 by 3. So that 1 by 3 I am writing outside. Okay. And sin x से मैं multiply कर रहा हूँ. So x sin x minus 2d upon d square plus 4 sin x. That is equals to 1 by 3 x sin x minus, here again I'll use the case because this is of the form 1 upon phi of d into sin. So I'll replace d square by minus a square. So 2d upon minus 1 plus 4 sin x. Please ask if any doubt. That is equals to 1 by 3 x sin x minus 1 by 3 or 2 by 3 into d of sin x. And d of sin x means what?
Cos x.
Yes, that is cos. D means derivative. That is equals to 1 by 3 x sin x minus 2 by 3 cos x. You can see here d is completely eliminated, and hence this is the particular integral. Is this point clear to everyone? Yes, everyone,
Yes,
please
sir.
do reply. This is about the case number 6, x into v. Remember, the power of x must be 1 and 1 upon phi of d. ये जो 1 upon phi of d था ना, you can see here, this is not the case of failure. That is why we could proceed. Otherwise, we could not. This is 1 upon phi of d into f of x. अगर ये case of failure होता, then we cannot use this case. So write the final solution, y equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Just try this one. X e to the power x into sin x. Everyone. So it's easy to get the complementary function, right? You can directly say the roots are 1, 1, na? Repeated twice, because this is the expansion of d minus 1 the whole square. So I can directly write the complementary function, that is c1 plus c2x e to the power x. So here, for such questions, first we use the e raised to ax into v case. Okay. So particular integral is 1 upon phi of d, that is d minus 1 the whole square, into f of x, that is x e to the power x sine x. So what I'll do, I'll take exponential function outside the operator first. So when I take outside the operator, d will be replaced by d plus a, where a is 1. You can see here e to the power ax, so a is 1. So that is why this d gets replaced by d plus 1. So d plus 1 minus 1 the whole square into x sine x. Right? So it gets easy now. 1 upon d square on x sine x. You can now use the rule, or 1 upon d square means what? 1 upon d square means, yes, 1 upon d means
इंटीग्रेशन हो जाता है
1 upon d is the integration. So 1 upon d square is double integration. You can do the double integration of x sin x also, or you can use the rule also. What the rule says? Rule says it is x minus phi dash, that is 2d upon d square, and that is into 1 upon phi, that is d square into sin x. And we all know that for sine we replace this d square by minus a square, where a is 1. So that is equals to e to the power x into x minus 2 by d minus sin x. So minus x sin x plus 2 by d of sin x. And 1 upon d of sin x means what? It is integration of sin x, which is, so that is minus e to the power x into x sin x plus 2 cos x. You can see here d is completely eliminated, and that is your final particular integral. Is this clear to everyone? Hello?
यस सर
Yes, sir.
देख लो एक बार solution. You can ask your doubts if any. Shall we proceed with the next, the last one? The last case is, last shortcut case is 7th, I think, right? When fx is x raised to m sine ax. Actually, in the last case, case number 6, when power of x is not 1, and if 1 upon phi of d into v is a case of failure, then we can use this case, case number 7. Okay. So when fx is x raised to m sine ax or x raised to m cos of ax, then how do we get the particular integral by shortcut? So for that purpose, we should know some basic preliminaries from the complex variables. As we all know the Euler's formula, e to the power I theta, I can express in terms of sine and cos. How? Yes, how do I write e to the power I theta is equals to? Any one of you? Yes, Palak? Palak, us wale. You're not audible.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the formula of e to the power I theta in terms of sine and cos? That is Euler's formula. For this, how do I write e to the power I theta in terms of sine and cos? Can I write?
Cos theta plus I sin theta.
Okay, that is Euler's formula. E to the power I theta is cos of theta plus I sin theta. Okay, so here instead of theta, if I take ax, then e to the power I ax is cos ax plus I sin ax, right? Let us multiply both sides by x raised to m. Therefore, x raised to m e to the power I ax is x raised to m cos ax plus I into x raised to m sin ax. Now, as we all know that complex numbers are of the form z is equals to say x plus iy, where x is called, x को क्या बोलते हैं हम? It is real part of z,
Real.
and y is called imaginary part of z, right? So is this of the form x plus iy or a plus iv? Is this of the form? This is of the form x plus I times y, right? So therefore that means this is a complex number, and hence the left hand side is also a complex number. So from this I can write this as, therefore x raised to m cos ax क्या है ये? इस कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर का रियल पार्ट है, राइट? इज रियल पार्ट ऑफ, किसका रियल पार्ट है? रियल पार्ट ऑफ इसका ना, रियल पार्ट द होल ना, रियल पार्ट ऑफ दिस. That means the real part of left hand side, right? The real part of x raised to m e to the power I ax. Hello, is this clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So x raised to m cos ax is a real part of this, and x raised to m sin ax is imaginary part of that complex number x raised to m e to the power I ax. तो यही से हम स्टार्ट करेंगे to write the formula. Therefore 1 upon phi of d x raised to m sin ax को मैं कैसे लिख सकता हूं? 1 upon phi of d imaginary part of x raised to m e to the power I ax. नोट द चेंज. मैंने क्या किया समझ में आ रहा है सबको? What I'm doing? Hello. I'm just replacing x raised to m ax by its imaginary. Okay, or that is nothing but imaginary part of this complex number. Clear? So with this, now iska imaginary part, and as this 1 upon phi of d is an operator, इसको मैं अंदर भी लेके जा सकता हूँ क्योंकि उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा इसको, और it's imaginary part. So that is why I can write it as an imaginary part of 1 upon phi of d x raised to m e to the power I ax. So that is what the first formula. Therefore 1 upon phi of d x raised to m sin ax को मैं कैसे लिखूंगा? It is imaginary part of 1 upon phi of d x raised to m e to the power I ax, and then I will proceed according to this, because this is of the form e to the power ax into v. ये है फर्स्ट फॉर्मूला, एंड इसमें सेकंड फॉर्मूला क्या है? सेकंड वन इज फॉर cos, that is 1 upon phi of d x raised to m cos ax. क्या होगा? That is nothing but real part of 1 upon phi of d x raised to m e to the power I ax. ये दो फॉर्मूले हैं केस नंबर 7 में, बाकी कुछ नहीं. Is this clear to everyone? Hello. आज मैं सबकी अटेंडेंस.
Sir, please show the screen once again.
Is this clear? Case number 7. You can ask your doubts if any. Why? That should be clear. Hari Om.
Done, sir.
Done.